I've spent the last few weeks carrying around a bag full of cameras because, let's be honest, finding the best point-and-shoot film camera under $100 is a total minefield. Most budget options are just plastic junk. I bought and tested these 5 specific models to see which ones actually take decent photos and which ones are just paperweights.
Product number 1. Kodak PixPro C1 Friendly Zoom. When I first pulled this out of the box, the brown retro wrap actually felt pretty stylish, though I had to remind myself this is the cheat code on the list. It's actually a digital camera, but it's designed to give you that vintage film vibe without the cost of developing rolls. Holding it feels natural because of that 180-degree flip screen. I used the flip screen for a few vlogs and selfies, and it's way easier than guessing where your face is with a traditional film lens. The 13-megapixel sensor surprised me. It's not going to beat a high-end DSLR, but the shots have a specific digital vintage look that's huge on social media right now. My favorite part was the 26mm wide-angle lens. I took it to a coffee shop with friends, and I didn't have to back up into the street just to fit everyone in the frame. Plus, since it has a built-in rechargeable battery, I wasn't hunting for AAs at a gas station mid-trip. If you want the film aesthetic but hate the recurring cost of buying and developing actual film, this is the most practical choice by far.
Product number 2. Kodak Snappic A1. The Snappic A1 in ivory white feels like a classic toy camera, but with a bit more muscle. When I picked it up, I noticed how incredibly light it is. It's basically weightless in a jacket pocket. What sets this apart from the super cheap disposables is the 3-element glass lens. Usually these cheap cameras have plastic lenses that make everything look like it's underwater, but the glass here actually gives you some decent sharpness and detail in the center of the frame. I played around with the 2-zone focus, and it's a lifesaver. You can flick a switch depending on how far away your subject is, which saved me from a lot of blurry too-close shots. But the real star for me was the multiple exposure feature. I spent an afternoon layering tree branches over city skylines on a single frame, and the results looked like high-end indie album art. It has an auto flash with red eye reduction, which is great because nobody wants to look like a demon in their party photos. If you're a creative who wants to experiment with double exposures without spending a fortune, you'll love this one.
Product number 3. Kodak Ektar H35 Half-Frame Black Bundle. This is where things get interesting. When I held the Ektar H35, the first thing I noticed was the half-frame design. For those who don't know, this camera splits a standard 35mm frame in half. I took a 24 exposure roll of film out for a day of shooting, and I ended up with 48 pictures. It's basically a buy one get one free deal for every roll of film you buy, which is huge since film prices are getting a bit ridiculous lately. This specific bundle comes in a sleek black finish that looks very professional for a plastic camera. It's focus-free, so I didn't have to fiddle with any settings. I just pointed it at a vintage car I saw on the street, clicked the shutter, and moved on. It's the ultimate street photography starter kit because it's so fast to use. I found it perfect for capturing those quick, candid moments where a heavier camera would have been too slow. If you're worried about the rising cost of film and want a camera that pays for itself in savings, this bundle is the smartest way to start.
Product number 4. Kodak Ektar H35 Half-Frame Sand. I had to try the H35 in the sand colorway because it honestly looks like something you'd find in a high-end boutique. It has this gorgeous, muted tan look that feels very desert road trip. Beyond the looks, it functions exactly like the black version, meaning it's a total film saver. On a standard 36 exposure roll, I managed to squeeze out 72 shots. That's an entire weekend's worth of memories on a single roll of film. I tested the built-in flash during a late-night dinner, and it's super easy to use. You just twist the silver ring around the lens to pop it on. It's lightweight enough that I forgot it was in my pocket until I saw something I wanted to shoot. Because it's a half-frame, the photos have a slightly grainier, more analog texture than full-frame cameras, which I personally think looks awesome for lifestyle shots. This sand version is definitely for the person who cares about the aesthetics of the camera as much as the photos it takes. It's the perfect companion for a beach day or a summer vacation where you want to stay light.
Product number 5. Kodak EKTR H35 Half-Frame Off-White. Rounding things out, I grabbed the off-white version of the H35. It has a clean, minimalist vibe that reminded me of old 1960s tech. Like the others, it's a half-frame beast. I used this one specifically to practice diptychs, which is when you take two photos side by side that tell a little story. Since the camera shoots vertically by default, it's actually perfect for how we view things on our phones today. The off-white finish felt surprisingly sturdy during my outdoor testing. I wasn't afraid to toss it in my bag without a case. It's incredibly beginner-friendly because there are zero complicated menus or settings to mess up. You just load the film, winding it is satisfyingly clicky, and you're good to go. If you're just getting into film and feel intimidated by manual controls, this is the most stress-free entry point. It handles the technical stuff, so you can just focus on framing the shot. For anyone who wants a dead simple, reliable camera that looks great on a shelf when you're not using it, this is a solid win.